So there's a new app called Spoke that targets mental health or tries to help with mental health specifically in the music industry for music artists, and it helps music artists to get their songs heard through this app. For all my YouTube watchers, guys, it would really mean a lot to me if you would hit that notification button at the top and also subscribe to my channel. That way you get these videos on the daily and you get notified when I drop them. And please comment, like, let's engage. I want to have a conversation in here. It really helps my channel. I would really appreciate it. And the more my channel grows, the more resources I have to deliver more educational material to you. So I really appreciate it. But let's get into today's topic. What's going on, guys? My name is Matei, another day for Music Biz Daily, and I love this concept of this app, so I'm gonna break it down. But before I do, I wanna give a shout out to Camera God. They sent me some free merch. This hoodie right here, create content, which is dope. It's got a logo on the back. Here's another hoodie they sent me. So definitely check them out. You see it right here. They got some, writing on the back. I'm going to be putting them in the description of this video, so I really appreciate you guys sending me the free merch. And they sell a lot of, they're an apparel company. They sell a lot of clothing for, just anyone that likes certain things, on their hoodies. They got hats, everything. So again, I will put them in the description and I'll shout them out again when I wear this black hoodie. But thanks so much for sending me this. Definitely comfortable too. But let me get into this topic on this app called Spoke, right? A few reasons I want to talk about it. So it's an app out of England. It particularly focuses on, collaborating with, mainly hip hop and R&B artists. There may be other genres in there, but basically what they're tackling is the mental illness in the music industry amongst the artists, both independent and major. And look, we hear a lot of, especially major artists, the ones that are popular, so many songs that talk about mental illness, struggling with depression, struggling with bipolar disorder, all these different things. And it's hard, and one of the statistics that this article, which I'm going to post in the description below as well, lists is that 73% of independent artists have said, at least the ones that were interviewed, that they suffer from symptoms of mental illness, right? So look, it's unfortunate, but I'm always a positive guy, try to look at positive things. At the end of the day, usually, from my understanding about the brain, when there's something wrong in one area, another area can be improved or, performs better. And that's probably why a lot of artists, are very, very creative, because unfortunately they suffer with depression or something else, or bipolar disorder, and it makes the part of the brain that makes you creative sort of enhanced in many ways, right? But I 100% agree with what this app is doing, that the mental illness, not just in the music industry, but in many other communities around the world, needs to be handled, especially for men, because men just don't really talk about their feelings a lot. And from that standpoint, I love what they're doing. Second reason why I'm mentioning them is, I've made a lot of videos in the recent weeks talking about publishing deals, selling your masters, and just different way to exploit your publishing. And what does that really mean, right? So this is another great example, right? Because there's probably numerous apps out there. I'm not saying that particularly tackle mental illness in the hip hop community or in the artistic community. There may be, but nevertheless, there's many different apps that exist out there that may want to utilize artist songs, or just songs period, or instrumentals. Like imagine a meditation app. This is sort of a meditation app, which may come with songs with lyrics, but like a dope producer that has like mellowed out instrumentals, certain vibes. The yoga app, not the yoga that I use, but I use an app for like meditation, or at least I try to use it in 2020, didn't really use it that much. But nevertheless, there's music in there. And if you have a publishing administrator, whether it's a publishing company or somebody internal within your team focuses on your publishing exploitation, this is a great way to get extra money, especially if the app does really well in terms of sales. But of course, that has to be negotiated, right? Because if I was the app developer, or if I'm consulting to the app developer, I would try to get them to get like a bulk deal or an exclusive license to say, I'm going to purchase a song from you. We can play it as many times as we want for that license. Or I'm going to purchase the right or the license to play your song or instrumental for the next million downloads, as much as the user of that app will hear your song, something like that. But your job as an artist, or if I was consulting to you as an artist, I would try to push back and maybe negotiate that I want a payment per stream, especially if you're a big artist, somebody like Drake, and an app wants to collaborate with you, you know what I'm saying? You get to negotiate with more leverage. If you're, you know, if you have less leverage or you're artist on the come up, then again, you may want to do something different or, you know, get as best as you can. But the point I'm trying to make is that there's a ton of apps out there. There's a ton of video games out there. There's a ton of technology that may want to use your songs. There's a ton of shows or podcasts and all of that. And look, a lot of times when it's just a snippet of your stuff is used for promotional purposes with a podcast, it still requires permission, but a lot of times you can't even catch that, and you know, a lot of podcasts or shows get away with it, whatever. So, but again, I love what the app is doing. Mental illness should be tackled in the music industry for artists and many other communities. So, you know, big ups to the app. It's a meditation app. Go check it out. It is based out of England. So majority of the artists and the music that is in there are from English artists. But again, we're international guys. So the English market understands English just like we understand British English, you know what I'm saying? So as a rapper or as a producer here in the States that has music that could fit the mission of this particular app and technology, and you know about stuff like this, you may want to reach out to them and say, okay, you may have the music that is going to be ready for the rollout of the X amount of versions or whatever, but if you upgrade your meditation lessons or whatever is going on in this app, you may want to have extra music. So get on the list of the future music, you know, being put on this app, especially if the app does well. So, you know, multiple things that we highlighted in this particular article, but guys, learn the business, because this is how stuff works. This is how you get paid. This is how you get other opportunities. Even if you get in there for free, people get to hear your music, you know what I'm saying? And imagine this, if somebody's using the app like this for mental illness healing, right? It's a very emotional issue, very personal issue to a lot of us. So they may become a super fan of yours because they use a mental illness healing app with your song on it, and it gets stuck, you know, sort of in their head, in a sense, right? It becomes very dear to them, especially if this app is helping them. So think of it from that perspective, like, how is your music getting in front of consumers? Is it just on the random playlist? Is it on the radio station? Is it on a very niche app like this, which could be very beneficial? Is it in a particular department store? You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if you saw them played in Safeway grocery store compared to Foot Locker, right? If your music is good for the Foot Locker demographic, then you want to be in Foot Locker. In a grocery store like Safeway, you're probably not going to do that well. It's like background noise. You know what I'm saying? It's very unlikely that somebody is going to pull out their phone and Shazam your song if it's in Safeway. Anyways, I don't want to get off a tangent. There's so many examples I can give you, but I wanted to highlight this app and the company that sold me this merch. So as always, guys, if you want to get a hold of us, me and my team, see what we do, click the link in my bio or click the link in the description below, depending on where you're watching this. Comment on my video, share with somebody that needs to see it. Let's have a discussion on this. Share it with someone. And as always, I will see you all at the next video for the next Music Biz Daily. Peace out.